And we're online? Sure, I guess. Yeah, sure. Okay. Um, yeah, I had sorry for being a couple of minutes late. The live stream started a bit uh, late because I had some trouble with the audio gear, but hopefully it's working now as intended, and you can hear me, and you can probably hear the game as well. That's the main thing. I want to make sure that it's working. Um, all right. So, so welcome. In case you haven't watched this before, this is Wholesome Vegan Solarpunk Utopia stuff. So, today I'll be streaming Minecraft, Ultimate 6, version 1.7.1, so it's somewhat outdated, but it's okay. I think it's maybe a month or two ago released. It works really well. I can update the game at some point, but if you go and see the CurseForge page for the mod pack, you also see that it gets updated quite often. So that means that, for instance, there was just an update today and yesterday. So let's say if I had just updated maybe like a couple of days ago, then I would already be like a couple of versions behind the latest one. So I mean, maybe it doesn't make sense for me to update all the time. And also there's like this there's a risk of running into some thinking issues, problems. Maybe even the world could get corrupted, and then I can't like access it anymore. So then I have to backtrack my way into like an earlier version, do backups, that sort of stuff. You know. So maybe that's not something that I'm so much looking forward to doing. So there's that. And I'll try to talk and at the same time do stuff in here. Let's see how that goes. So there's been a couple of developments here and there over the last couple of episodes. I've done 4 episodes so far, so this is the 5th one. An episode, a live stream, what have you. Call it what you like. Anyway, I'm living in this smallish hut with this tiny stone tower, and the stone tower is housing all my machinery for the time being. Well, almost all machinery. There's something going on here with Create, but other than that, pretty much all the sort of real machines that actually use Forge energy, or the sort of redstone plus type of energy system that you have in modern Minecraft. They are running there. But yeah, so the basic idea of this this stream is I'm trying to build different kinds of things that relate to Solarpunk. And Solarpunk, as you might know, is this sort of relatively new emerging genre of science fiction, utopian science fiction, and there's different kinds of stuff. Eco-punk is pretty nearby to Solarpunk. Climate fiction is something that's also sort of related. quite closely, and you know, there's like it's kind of like you can think of like steampunk or cyberpunk, which are sort of the more known genres, you could say, and this takes, instead of a dystopian route or something that has like imaginary or sort of it has imaginary stuff as well in Solarpunk, but it tries to be sort of like find ways to actually work within the physical realm, and I don't know, I'm probably explaining it badly, so there you have it. Anyway, I'm doing this thing. Then I'm also playing as a vegan solarpunkist, whatever. And that means that I'm not using, or I'm trying to avoid using animal resources for anything in the game. So that means that there's like there might be a couple of recipes where you sort of where you can't go at all, or maybe there are recipes that sort of require you to take a longer route maybe to get there. So as an example, you could instead of killing spiders to get string, I can do like I can grow fluffy seeds, which give me some fluffy pups, and then I can use the fluffy pups to do string. Or I can also then, when I had enough string, then I can do like string from spiderweb saplings. So they are just these trees that when you grow them, then you get string out of them. So yeah, that's as an example of thing of something that you can do. Yeah. So there's been like the first episode went through different kind of like basic gear, maybe some ore duplication with the quartz grindstone, and sort of like basic stuff, the bed, some wooden storage crates that you can do with the coke oven that you have. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Twitch chat. I think I'll be adjusting the volume a bit. Maybe the master volume of the game could be, I don't know, 35. Let's see if that works better. So so yeah, thanks for that. And yeah, so there has been like 4 episodes so far. I've been doing some tools. I created the smeltery that can also double ingots or like multiply my ore output. There has been some things with create. You can use create specifically to do slime from wheat. So you get slime balls, and yeah, that kind of sort of ore duplication stuff with this continued into the pulverizer. I also did Silky Touch pickaxe. I ended up using brass for that, and now I can obtain some ores that would otherwise be sort of inaccessible to me, or at least I get more yield out of them. Then I did some mechanism stuff to, like, first I used the heat generator to get myself some basic sort of power going on. So they are all located upstairs. As I showed you, I also have this slime sling thing, which I can use to like jump high. So currently my heat generator is actually somewhere over there, like inside all the other kinds of things. Maybe I don't know if I can actually focus on that with this. I'm not sure. Yeah, but anyway, the cables go into the heat generator there, and it gives power to all my devices here for now. I'm thinking of maybe going into solar panels pretty soon, which would be, I think, quite fitting for a Solarpunk thing. So as we now have only sort of like really rudimentary things going on with that, then maybe we can get into more sort of tech. All right, not really sure what happened there. All right, not really sure what happened there, but apparently, I guess it's working now. Well, yeah. So I'm running through different things in like trying to yeah. I think there was some technical problems related to the cables, I guess, the audio cables in my setup. So hopefully they work now. I guess it's always a bit of a hassle. Maybe it would be best to have like take the setup and make it so that it works every time. I just boot the computer, everything works just right off the bat. That would be sort of ideal. But sadly, I also use the computer for some other stuff as well. So then sometimes I need to make some adjustments here and there. Also, I think my mixer currently works so that I only get like input, or I get the audio from the mixer to the computer in mono. So there's no stereo sound. So unfortunately, I'm sorry for anyone who thought that they were listening to my beautiful sound in stereo. But I guess at least the game audio should be in stereo there. So maybe you at least have that there. Okay, sure. Okay, back to the things at hand. So basically, yeah. What I was doing for the last 20 minutes or so was just explaining what has been going on fairly recently in the game. So what have I been doing here and there, and what am I sort of what have I done so far? And I guess now would be a good time to go through like what I am planning to do during this episode. So, like as you know, there's like games have different kinds of mechanics, and some of the mechanics are realistic and some of them are not. And then you can also do stuff in the game that are outside of like game mechanics per se. So you could, for instance, like the veganism stuff in Minecraft is completely optional. You don't have to do that. If you prefer, you can also play like a carnivore or omnivorous thing that eats anything, or whatever. You can role play as anything you like, and that means that there's sort of you could think of it as a like something like there's basically like 4 different things that you can do in the game. You can do like you can do stuff that is realistic and also like goes with the game mechanics. So there might be, I don't know, maybe just mining something might be considered something that's sort of like realistic in the sense that you can take this dirt block over here and then you can put it somewhere else. This is sort of like, okay, it's not aesthetically maybe realistic, but the basic idea is there. You can take stuff from the in the in-game world, and then you can go do stuff with that, and that's sort of like there's realism in that. Then another thing is like where there's like unrealistic game mechanics. So like these are there, and Minecraft has a lot of these. Like apparently, like that should be like pretty obvious. So like Minecraft is not a realistic game by any means. So you can I'll just do some more signs here. So like you can do the you can have the for instance the trees work like so that you plant a sapling. That's realistic, I guess. And then it turns out that the tree maybe takes 1 day in real in the game to grow, which is like maybe 20 minutes or 10 minutes or even less or something like that. And then even that can be amplified with, for instance, these botany pots that I'm using. So these are completely unrealistic in the sense that you can't really grow stuff like in like 1 minute or something like that. These take like 1.5 minutes or something like that to grow. So that's you can say that it's not realistic. Then you also have like realistic stuff that is not modeled in the game, you could say, maybe like so there's for instance, you can maybe one of the things that you could do that is sort of considered realistic, but then the game doesn't do anything with that. So could be, I don't know, maybe like building a house, and in the sense that like you can do like you can build a house that is realistic, as in it obeys the laws of physics, and maybe the sort of like there are some things that the game does that have that sort of like it sort of acknowledges that you have done something. For instance, the multi-block structures, as in this smeltery, for instance, is something that's like considered in the game mechanics. But then there are a lot of stuff that people just like do in the game that is not actually like acknowledged by the game itself. Yeah. Finally, I guess there are like non-realistic things that are not modeled. I don't know if I have anything to say about them really. Maybe at some point I haven't thought this through really, but I mean, like this is the sort of thing that you quite often do with games. You either maybe you have like, as the Twitch chat is like pointing out, like for instance when you are eating food in the game, then it's curing all your wounds. You like if your food meter is full, then you get like regen. Of course, like in a sense, you could say that is like realistic to a point, but then like the game is much like it takes a lot more time, for instance, to do that, and the game itself, well, you have like days last 20 minutes, like 10 minutes of sunlight and 10 minutes of moonlight, and the sun isn't. The sun is. I think the sun is just going. Well, currently it's pointing in the southern direction, so that means that it's sort of rising from the east over there, and then it sets in the west, and then the southernmost thing is. But this is actually just something that the shaders do for me. So in the vanilla version of the game, it just rises from the east and then goes straight to the zenith, and then sets in the west. And that's, yeah, I guess that's realistic if you live on the equator and it's like the what's it? Is it? It's not solstice. It's equinox, I guess. The sort of thing that you have every spring and every autumn when the sort of like the sun is exactly at the equator. For some whatever, yeah. But yeah, so there's quite a lot of stuff going on there. Anyway, this is something that I have been sort of wondering recently, because like many of the stuff that I've been building in the game so far in this playthrough, in these 4 episodes that I have done so far, are things that are mechanistically sort of valid. So there's a lot of things that like are mechanical. Like you can think of this as me doing stuff that is like in mechanical terms. It makes sense for me to do all these things. But then if you consider that from the sort of maybe narrative or aesthetic perspective, in a sense, it's kind of like breaking the illusion maybe of a real world over here. And this is basically why I'm now reconsidering maybe or thinking that during this particular episode that I'm doing, at least I'm starting off with something that I consider that is it's not in any way like recognized by the game mechanics, but nevertheless I want to do that. And the reason why I want to do that is because I think this is also one mechanic that I would sort of really like to have in the game, and there isn't like seemingly anything that's sort of even vaguely resembles anything like this. And the thing I'm talking about at least I'm thinking of at this point, is doing a soil profile. Now, a soil profile is something that's like in here you have a grass block. So let's see. Maybe I'll start doing it over here, perhaps. Yeah, sure. Okay, so I have. So my idea is that there's like grass over here. Then I can take some stone away from here. Maybe. Let's see. Perhaps I could maybe use gravel or maybe clay. What have you? Like the basic soil profile is basically consisting of like there's the sort of organic, the sort of plant thing there. I think maybe you could even take these away so that you can see the plants there as well. I wonder if I have any grass over here anywhere, or do I need to go shearing for that? Maybe I do. I'll just take the salt over here and put it, I don't know, maybe here for now. So soil profile is basically this cut of like, oh wait, the plague doctor is there. I don't know if I actually want to let them in into my house. That might be, I don't know. Maybe that would make sense, but yeah. So this might not be actually the sort of like the most ecological thing that you could do, but for the sake of demonstrating this, and I don't have to be perfect with this. So like, oh, you can't actually shear all those, but I got a sweet potato. Well, that's good too. Sure. Okay, let's just take these like 2 grass and put them there, so that I can show the idea here. So I have grass growing in here, and I can see inside. Yeah, maybe I'll access my things from here, and so in here I'm thinking of maybe doing like a glass glass window, or maybe even like is there like clear glass? Yeah, something like that. Okay, yeah, I can probably do that. Do I have any sand left? I think I don't, but I do have a crusher, and I think the crusher can be used to, and the pulverizer can also be used to do more glass. So maybe I'll do that. I'll go here and grab a couple of cobblestone, perhaps. Like, yeah, 3 should be enough for now. We'll see how this goes. It's quite slow, but yeah, I can continue with this thing here. So the soil profile is basically this sort of cut of where everything is in the soil, and I think I'll put some planks over there just in case the plague doctor decides that it would be a fun idea to let the rats in. Although they don't necessarily get stopped by the planks, but anyway. Yeah, I want the glass over there, but there's also like you could put like maybe clay over here. Wonder if I have clay. Maybe not at this point. I can do some, of course, or maybe find some, and then I can do. I wonder if there's like mossy. Was there a thing for mossy cobblestone with the metallurgy? Yeah. So I can use the biofuel that I think I should have that, and then I can use just cobblestone and regular stone. Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking like there's like the grass blocks, which are the sort of the horizon A of like topsoil. Then you have like you could maybe have even more dirt over here, but yeah, it's basically just like it can be grass, it can be dirt, it can be farmland, whatever it is that you are sort of doing, that's considered to be the topsoil. And then I think clay would be something that sort of fits the idea of having the horizon E or illuviation. And again, this is something that isn't like modeled in the game mechanics in any way. Like you don't get anything. You don't really get anything out of doing or the game doesn't. For instance, you could have a mechanic where you build a good soil profile, and then that lets you grow plants more quickly, maybe. For instance, or something similar. So, yeah, apparently I got rid of all my flint there, but yeah, it should be okay. Also, I wonder if yeah, I have some glass, so maybe I'll just put that in the smeltery and see what happens. These are going to take me use up some of the lava, but I think that's okay. Do I have? Yeah, I have that there, so this should work fine. The only thing is that there's like water over here. Can I just pour the water out? How do I get rid of the water over there? I don't know. I'll see. Like so. So currently I'm just taking some clear glass from here so that I can use that to illustrate the soul profile that are over here. So basically that I can see outside. And I guess glass is something that's fairly common in Solarpunk things. So like you have glass gardens and like maybe you might have like a greenhouse that's made of glass and kind of stuff. So yeah, I have at least there's some glass over here now, so that I can actually see what I'm doing. And then I'm thinking of maybe like putting signs over here perhaps, so maybe I can use these signs that I used in here. So so there's that. I think I can maybe take that one away and maybe I'll take these away too, so I can maybe put I put like signs over there. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go, really. But yeah, the idea is to have like is it something like that? Hummus? I don't know. I'm not an expert when it comes to these different kinds of like soil profiles or anything. This has been something that I've been reading about recently, and this was I found it fascinating. I don't know if this is interesting to anyone else, but at least I found this interesting. So like usually the like when you're analyzing soil or dirt or whatever, then you are sort of going through different kinds of what kind of models do you have for understanding what the soil is about. And yeah, there was also someone was talking that there was some lag going on maybe with this stream. I don't know if that's true for any others, but yeah, I don't know. But hopefully things will work out. I'm trying to get this to work so that it should the connection that I'm using currently is like I think 50 megs, but then that's actually that's not. I don't think that's the upload. It's just the download rate. So maybe it might be like 10 megabytes, 20. I don't know for sure. But yeah, hopefully this will work sufficiently for all of you watching. There was at some point I was doing I amped up the stream quality a bit, not that much, but just some, so that there was like I think it's around maybe like was it like almost 3 megabits per second or something like that. Something that I felt like that should work with my current provider, but we'll see. We'll see how that actually goes. Yeah, there was the mossy cobblestone that I thought of using, and I also have the biofuel here, so I should be able to do that here as well. So, and then I was thinking of clay. I wonder if there's some handy nifty recipe that I can use for actually doing clay in this pack. I'm pretty sure there is. Can you? I think you can just you can only get biomass from biofuel. And what was this? How much does this cost? Yeah, you get like 5 biofuel per 2. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I should be able to do at least 2 cobblestone maybe with this method. Yeah, I'll get some more biofuel, I guess. It's probably for the best. I'm sort of like, yeah. How do I get biofuel again? Yeah, through crusher. Wonder if I can just, yeah, maybe I'll chop down some of this. Some of this sugarcane. Hopefully this sugarcane is something that I can put on this. I think I'm hearing, yeah, there are the brutes or something like that. I wonder if though they are. Are they angry with me? I really don't know. Weird. Oh well. Yeah, so if I just put sugarcane in a crusher, can I do that? What's it do? What does it do? Does it do like 2 biofuel or something like that, or more? We'll see. Oh, okay, 4. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so I can put those there and maybe just, yeah, I'll take the last one over here and then go down. So I'm thinking if there's the grass, then I could maybe have the an E here and then Horizon B. Does that make sense? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure. I can mine these. Yeah, so probably it's something like this. This is always an approximation, but can I get clay out of anything? Yeah, well, there's the chemical injection chamber, and it uses dirt for this, so then it's kind of, yeah, well, it kind of makes sense. Just wondering if there's anything else, or am I just going to use the, yeah, well, the starlight transmutation kind of works, but I don't know if I'm willing to go there. Yeah, I'm just gonna take some clay somewhere, and then thinking of maybe doing the, yeah, I also need some sand, so maybe I'll put some more cobblestone to the, what was it, pulverizer, I guess. Do they get angry? They don't seem to be angry with me, but we'll see how that goes. Maybe later. There's also pot saw over here. That might be fun to use for something as well. Yeah, I guess the sort of the main intent of building a soil profile like that would be to be like educational somehow, and maybe it would work even better if I actually knew what that was about, or if I understood the basic mechanics of like soil profiles and like, not just rely on some random things that I read from the internet. But I guess that's how you learn eventually, by looking at random stuff from the internet. That's how you learn, kids. So yeah, I have some clay over here. Maybe I'll just use that for this for now. And does this make any sense? I don't know. I'll build this and then I'll see later if I can integrate that into some other things. But I think that's something that I want to do. Want to have in this build, at least some sort of like things related to soil profiles. The sweet potato is something that I'm thinking maybe I could even put growing somewhere. But I'll just put that here for now. Also have some rotten flesh. Should I have some like can I take? I think there's some creosote oil still left over here, so I can do some more storage crates. So let's take this and make a wooden storage crate, and I'll use this storage crate to put all the unethical things here. so apparently I have either killed some zombies, or at least I have looted some zombies that have fallen for some reason or another. So yeah, there you have it. The shame bin. I also have some bone. Oh no, oh my god, I've been so naughty. Yeah. So yeah, there's I think I don't know if I'll just take the mineral berries and put them here, because it's like, yeah, all the other mineral stuff is going to be here anyway, so I think it only makes sense for all the other stuff to be here as well. Yeah, I just want to have some. Oh, my pestle and mortar is here. Now I found it. I think I lost it in the last episode. Not that it matters. It's like it's essentially a free object, or it doesn't require. It only requires renewable wood resources. But anyway, yay! I found it. Now I have 2. I wonder what I'll use it for. At least I'll use it for clogging up my inventory yet again. Yet some more. It's also quite time consuming maybe, and maybe not entirely ideal to do all this in here. Because there's like, yeah, I have my machinery up here, and then I have all the sort of things that otherwise work, and they are in here, and yeah, it doesn't make that much sense. I'll put the sand over here to make some more clear glass. And I guess the sort of main reason that I'm using clear glass is just to have this continuous glass block, but I guess you could also just use regular glass. But I think the vanilla glass is somehow so that it's not doing these connected textures thing that the Tinker's Construct one is doing. So that's the main reason why I'm using this variety of glass instead. But yeah. Anyway, what have you guys been up to recently? I have been just reading about soul profiles, apparently, for the past week. And I'm also considering whether I should put up some message to, like, if there's anyone doing, I don't know if there or I don't know of any instances currently that would be doing Solarpunk things in Finland specifically. I'm sort of interested in seeing if there would be a local scene for that. That would be fun to sort of get people together to talk about Solarpunk stuff, specifically in the Finnish context. I think that's something that would inspire many people in Finland. I would think, not sure, but kind of have the feeling that there are a lot of people who would be interested in a thing, but maybe it might also be that Solarpunk is relatively new for many people, so they might not know about that very much. And I'll just take this one off from here, so you can sort of see the whole soul profile over here. That's the main idea that I have. Did I? Yeah, there are the rest of the signs. Yeah, and it might also not be that good to have like this located in here, or like I'm probably going to have some trouble using the stairs if they are right here, so maybe I need to move them a bit. So what is it? It's like topsoil, I think. And then Horizon E, I think. Actually, I think I have to look up the exact correct names, or there's a bunch of different naming conventions, I think, for this. Oh god, I need lava. Can I just... Well, yeah. Well, I can still sort of... I think if I'm using the silk touch pickaxe, then I can take some of this glass away from here, and then I can use that elsewhere. So I can put them here, and then I can get all my signs at least in order. So it will be the Horizon E, the illuviation. Is that the correct term? Correct enough. This would be the subsoil then, I think, and then there was like Horizon C. I need to look that up, and then finally you have the Horizon R, which is bedrock, and that doesn't mean the Minecraft bedrock. It means the real life bedrock that you have. And this is an example of a soil profile that's, I guess, like developed or mature. So like you have basically you have this like soil profile with these different sediment layers, and they have different names for them, but essentially it's about let me just open up this one doc that I have somewhere else lying around. Hopefully I'll find it somewhere. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, so that's yeah. So this would be, I guess, the sort of I don't know if you could say optimal, but it's a model of different kinds of soil layers that are usually present in natural environments. So there's the organic horizon O, which is like basically it's the sort of forest floor. Maybe I'll use this, yeah. So it's and there's also different kinds of maybe I'll do that. So forest floor, detritus, the plant leader goes there as well, yeah. And it's also like, yeah, I think that's basically the sort of what you have, like the organic forest floor that you have. So for instance, grass grows there, and it's not considered, or it's sort of considered part of the soil, or it's on top of a soil. So something grows on top of the soil. It can also be like, maybe I would guess that also, like if you had a tree growing in there, then that would be considered horizon O, because the tree itself is sort of, when it grows on top of the soil, then it's on horizon O. Okay, then you have the topsoil, or the surface layer. Then you have the horizon E, which is alluviation, or alluvial layer. And to tell you the truth, I don't know what alluvial or alluviation really means. It's like, it's it said that it's leaching. I think that's like, I don't know if there's any way of actually like moving these different lines around, but I'm doing it the hard way anyway. There's so basically it's sort of in between these horizon A and horizon B layers in the soil, and then you can get then you have the horizon B, which is the subsoil, and I'm going through these in here, and then I can sort of maybe explain some more about them after I've sort of finished all these these signs, at least. The horizon C, I don't know really where the like, there's ABC, and then I guess horizon O is for organic, and then maybe horizon R is for rock, and then horizon E is for alluviation, but I don't really know why they sort of, maybe originally we only had like 3 horizons, A, B, and C, and then we started adding as we saw that this model is insufficient for exactly or efficiently modeling the real environment. I don't know. Maybe someone can tell me in the chat, or try to find the answer for me. I don't know. But yeah, so there's the horizon C, which is I guess it's called regolith, and substratum, maybe. So maybe it contains substrate. I don't know. Then I guess there would be also, like, I don't know if saprolite goes in here or maybe between horizon C or horizon R, and is that a horizon to begin with, or is that something else? But yeah, that's I guess that's the sort of basic idea of what the different horizons are. So there's the first horizon O, which is organic, the forest floor, detritus. You could also maybe have like mulch in here or grass, anything that goes. So and the mulch is sort of this thing that you put on top, like basically like fallen leaves and that what have you. So that's the sort of things in the horizon O, and then some of that might be something that's sort of like starts to decompose or something like that. Then it at some point it becomes the horizon A, or the sort of the different things that have been decomposed, the biomaterials, so like fallen leaves, maybe like dead animals, dead maybe fungi even, I don't know. So like mushrooms and stuff. Then at some point they decompose and go into the horizon A. So that's the topsoil, the surface layer of the soil. Then after that, there's the alluvial layer, and I think that it's like basically the topsoil is like it has like the organic materials. So like the horizon A has the organic materials. There are some minerals, maybe not that much, maybe, but there are some minerals on the topsoil as well. There's some water and there's some air, and the dirt or the soil can be like maybe it's it has some sand or maybe some silt or maybe some clay. It kind of depends, like what how big the grains of the game of the sort of like how big the rocks basically are there. So if it's sand or clay or silt or something like that. Anyway, the horizon E layer or the alluvial alluviation layer is something that's sort of sits between the horizon A and horizon B. So, and that's I decided to put clay here mainly because it's I think it's usually you can tell the alluvial layer from the sort of color that it has, and it's usually sort of like whitish or this sort of like something that clay is, I think, modeling pretty well over here. Then you have the mossy cobblestone over here at the horizon B, which is the subsoil. It's not necessarily like mossy, but the idea is that the subsoil can contain, like it might contain a bit more minerals. It might also contain some like roots or some other plant materials there, but it's there are, I think, less organic stuff in here, and there's more minerals essentially going on in here. But this is, I think, the last place that you can find like you can if you are looking for any organic materials, then this is the sort of lowest point of the soil where you can actually find those organic materials. And then after that, there's like the horizon C, which is the regolith or substratum. There's some, like, this is basically a weathered rock sort of layer of the sediment where there is essentially no organic matter anymore, and it's very mineral rich. So that also means that basically, like, if you have maybe like there might be a giant tree growing, and then it has some roots that go all the way into the horizon B, but after that it doesn't find any more like places to go, because the horizon C is so like there. I don't know, like I think it's something like that. So like it doesn't go into the horizon C, or when it actually goes, when the roots actually penetrate the horizon C, then the part where the roots are going to the horizon, then that becomes horizon B, then, because then there you have some organic materials there already going. Okay, and yeah, I'm not sure if there's some other like saprolite or something like that between this, but then finally you have the bedrock, and the bedrock is something that is like, it's essentially solid rock, and then you have minerals there, and the minerals basically mean that you can mine from any of these like layers from the sediment, and find different kind of, like, let's say like iron. You could maybe find some traces of iron in the like the topsoil already, and then as you get deeper down, then it becomes more likely that you will find iron oxides or aluminum oxides or something like that. At least that's the sort of, this is the thing that I have not been studying this like professionally at all. I was just like looking at some things in the internet, went through a bunch of pictures. There were some YouTube videos that I watched about like soils and how they work, and of course this is just like you could you could also find places where there's just like only bedrock and nothing else. You can find maybe places where there's just horizon C and bedrock and nothing else, and then like in some other areas there might be like the topsoil is like 20 centimeters, it might be less. I don't know if it could be higher than that, maybe 50 centimeters. I don't know really. There's like maybe the illuvia layer is really thin, so not like this is basically like 1 meter per horizon. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's always like this, but you know, there's different ways of going at it. But yeah, so this was something that I wanted to do, and maybe at some point I'll find some more lava for my smeltery, so that I can actually smelt up more clear glass for myself. But at least that was something that I wanted to do this on this episode, and now it's sort of finished. I can still sort of look through some other things in there, but at least there's the basic idea that I had for that, and I'm like personally happy with how that turned out. At least it's like I can still maybe find some ways of doing this more, so that I don't have to sacrifice like my stairs, for instance, in here. So maybe I'll find a way to do that. But anyway, that was one of the things that I've had on my sort of list of things in like to-do items for today. And yeah, yeah, that was, and of course, like this is something that you could consider is like purely cosmetic, and it's not part of any game mechanics per se. I mean, it might be interesting to see, and there I found some mods in like from 2012. I think there was some guy at least giving ideas for different kind of mods, and one of the things that they suggested was this, like having a soil profile of some sort, or soil profile mechanics for the game, so that it would make sense for you to not just consider putting like dirt somewhere and then growing stuff on top of anything essentially, but rather that you had more soil going on with that, and then sort of you had to or you could get some boosts to to your like growing system or something if you did that. All right. So I was thinking maybe I could open up this one place over here and put my jack-o'-lantern over here and then that back. I don't know if that works. Or just, yeah, it doesn't actually light up anything there. Oh well. Maybe I'll just take that away and put that into the last spot that I had there. So there was still at least one torch over here, so maybe I can replace that and just put the shared cobblestone back to where it belongs. So just put some cobblestone there. Sure. Lava would be nice. Yeah, that was one of the things that I had in mind. Now some other things that I could do maybe is like the garden close was something that I considered last time already, so I'm thinking maybe I could take that as something that I want to do this time. Maybe the solar panel could make sense as well. I could also do like gas burning generators or something like that, which is like mechanically it makes more sense. It's cheaper than the solar panel, I think, and it makes a lot of power. Like it's a whole another level of like generating power in this game. But yeah, then there's some other building stuff that I could do. Maybe like do just like decorate the place a bit. It's still sort of the basement thing over here is kind of underwhelming, so that might be an option too. I'll make some more creosote oil at least. I think it might make sense for me to have some of that. I think yeah, maybe the personal chest might make sense, because it's at this point it doesn't really cost me much. It just it's like steel ingots and one osmium and some redstone, but essentially like almost nothing. And now that I already have like 3 times, I think at this point I get 3 ingots per 1 ore, so I can just take like 2 iron ore and then 1 osmium ore, and maybe I take 2 osmium ore just in case, because I'm going to use some redstone or like I'm going to do more than just the bare minimum. Because I'm most likely going to have some other places where it makes sense for me to use. So how was it? The purification chamber takes iron, right? And then the separator gives me oxygen. Okay, cool. There's some spam going on in the Twitch chat. So I'm currently just taking some iron out and then some osmium. Oh yeah, and one of the things that I would I was thinking of doing the last time was using this. Wait, does this not? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So this just takes up energy, but does it give anything back? Or how is it? Like I have a battery over here that's full, but can I configure it somehow? Configure it somehow so that it actually gives me some energy, or what? It's kind of weird. Or is it just for the integrated dynamics stuff? So it does not actually work with anything else. That's a bummer. It's like that. Like I can use it with some other integrated dynamics machines, but not this one. I don't know. I really don't know how this stuff is supposed to work. But yeah, at this point it kind of seems like it might make sense for me to do the solar panels after all. Because mainly that I need some lava for this. Or I can also use blaze powder. I really don't remember. What was it? Was it like magma or something that I can use to make more blaze powder or something like that? Maybe a magma cream. Is that the only one? I also need a Separator for that. Can I use magma and get magma from just magma blocks? Yeah, that's kind of a bummer if I can't get the energy battery to give any more power to other devices. Or is it like, can I put it in here? No, but it doesn't, it doesn't really give me any power. I don't think so, at least. Yeah, maybe I need to look into that of ours. Yeah, so the solar panels don't really need that much, just need some of that, and then I need some lapis. Dielectric paste is probably the hardest one, and eventually, like basically I just need some lava, I guess, for now, because I don't have the blaze powder stuff. When I get it, then it might make more sense to use that, because then I don't need to use up lava, and if the blaze powder is then a renewable resource, then the only thing that I need to use is clay for this. So if I can just get my hands on some blaze powder, then yeah, I think that's going to be something that I'm trying to do. Right. I guess it was so that I don't have a like an electric smelter yet of any kind. I don't think so. Yeah, so yeah, please sleep. Yeah. Okay, so ooh, a lag spike. First one today, I think. I needed 5 steel ingots. So I think I'll go with that. I'm not going to do more. I can't think of real places to put, like, yeah. At this point I don't need more steel or anything, unless, yeah. In here I do, but then it requires 4, so yeah. Probably don't need to do the... Yeah, I have a lot of mythical black flowers already. What do I want to grow? Maybe orange flowers. No! Why did you do that? Oh yeah, that's right. So... yeah, and this is the reason why I want to get myself the personal chest, because I have a lot of things in my inventory and I have no room for anything. Like that, and it can go there for now, and growing some more. No, okay. Like that, and then the orange flower over here. Okay. I don't think I need actually the... I don't think I need the mineral sapling either. So maybe that would be best to just take off and... Right. But what do I want to grow? Oh, the sweet potato. Yeah, sure. I can't? Really? Can I get a seed out of that? Yeah, okay, yeah. It just requires that. Here we go. But I guess it would be good to have the garden close pretty soon, because then that means also that I can just leave it running and I don't have to manually harvest everything every time. All right. So there was the... Yeah, I need to enrich some redstone. I also need to enrich some charcoal. So let's do some more. Some more of these circuit boards, or control circuits. I only need one, but I'll use the rest of the redstone over here, because I'm going to use the control circuits over time some more, so it doesn't hurt to use up all the redstone that I get from that. I could also maybe do like more iron over here, but let's just take that and one more charcoal over here. Yeah. The speed upgrades could be useful in here as well. What was it? Personal chest is... Where did I put it? There. So... yeah, just steel ingots. Also some glass. One glass. I guess this would do. Yeah. I could maybe go check if there's some... I could perhaps do some more furniture, like furniture stuff, decorating the place. This isn't necessarily the sort of most beautiful house that you could imagine. And especially if I'm going for the Solarpunk theme, then it would make sense. It's mainly like if I'm only going to do the sort of if I want to do personal chest. Nice. Okay, so this is a nice item, because then you get like two chests worth of more inventory space, so I can put all my sort of belongings that I rarely use in here. The sling can still be there, I guess, but all the ladder, usually don't use that. Bread, I guess I could do that. The biofuel can go there for now. Another bucket in case I need it. The cable, the circuits. Yeah, this frees up a lot of inventory space for me. I don't necessarily want to put all my stuff and belongings here, because then I still need some of them every now and then. But you know, and the flower pouch is actually maybe good to have in the inventory, so that if I break any blocks or take off any flowers from here, for instance, then it should just go straight to the pouch. But if I have it in my personal chest, then I'm pretty sure that won't work. The same thing. Right. I think I'm going to go take some lava again. And I'm thinking maybe should I have a basic tank with me? The basic fluid tank. It takes 4 iron. No. Well, yeah. It kind of makes sense to have that. Some infused alloy, I can put that here as well. What else? Nature's compass will go there, in case I ever need to use that during my travels. Yeah. Sure, yeah. I'll just take some more iron. Like 4, yeah. I think that's sufficient. So I'm thinking I'll cook up some more iron so that I can get the tank, the basic fluid tank, because it's quite a hassle going every time I need like 1 or 2 lava, then I need to go like quite far away. And I'm just thinking like if I have the tank, then it's much easier for me to like take 1 tank full of that, so like 14 lava blocks over there, and that should last me quite a bit, so I don't have to do the same trip over and over and over again. It saves time, I guess. Yeah. And yeah, one thing that I've been thinking recently is like, I don't know if it's sort of obvious to most of you, or if it's something that I should have sort of told when starting off this series, or every time I start off with a new episode. But by now you've probably realized that, like, or at least I have realized for myself, like by playing this as a vegan and doing zero waste and trying to do Solarpunk stuff and everything like that, like there's a lot of different kind of targets that I'm sort of aiming at the same time, and that also I think inevitably leads to the sort of the slowness of sorts of this like series, so that it's not it takes quite a bit of time from me to like get through all the basic necessities, and that's something that's like most likely if I were to play in the regular fashion of like not caring about any animals, not caring about any sort of like natural resources, or thinking like the world is so abundant that I can just use up any sort of ores and it doesn't matter to me. Like, of course, like at the start of the game, it's usually sort of like if you are willing to do it so that it's going to take you some more time, or if you want to just go straight to doing doing or get to the end as fast as possible or whatever, then most likely it's going to make sense for you to like just be less sort of perfectionist with not using up any additional resources for anything like that. So, and that's something that's I don't know if that also applies to real life. Probably to some extent, because I think like maybe the perfectionism can also lead to the sort of the bucket mode is on. Does it mean that I can now? Yeah, now take up lava with this, and it works pretty well like this. Take 3 more blocks, I think. Okay, so now it's full. I can also fill my buckets, so that's even more neat. So okay, so now I have 16 buckets worth of lava, so that should last me quite a bit. And I don't know if lava lakes like this spawn naturally in the real life, in the real world, or whether like draining them this drastically would lead to some natural catastrophes. But I'm willing to bet that this is at least okay in this game world. There aren't a lot of mobs out there that are dependent on this lava lake and the ecology of that. Right, can probably fill it like this, yeah, and now I can get more sand out. Nice. Another thing that I could do is just make the smeltery bigger, because it's currently I don't really like I don't really use it very efficiently, because if I had a bigger smeltery, then it would mean that I could get more blocks melted per each time I use up some lava. So currently I'm not using that to the fullest. That's not very efficient, you could say. But yeah, anyway, so like I was talking about the slowness of the series. I hope that you are okay with that. Although if you are not, then feel free to leave. I mean, like I feel like this is maybe supposed to be more of a. I've been considering like putting a mindfulness tag on this stream sometimes, as I think that there's like I'm just sort of doing a more chill version of Minecraft in this sense. Of course, like you could argue otherwise. You could say that like doing all these additional constraints of not using animal products or something like that is just like not chill at all. For me, it is. I think it's like more wholesome and yeah, you know. I think I'm gonna also take some lava. No, wait, no, not like that. But so there, like that, and then get some molten obsidian in here to pour myself. So I finally get rid of the one water that I used to have there. I have some sweet potatoes, but I can't eat them yet because my character is not hungry yet. You know. So I guess that's realistic in a sense. Right. Oh, I have even more basic control circuits over here. Oh well. And some more mineral logs, and yeah. I think there was also like, was there a glass frame or some kind, where you could, is it glowing or? I'm thinking of this like one variant of. Yeah, the Snickers Contact clear item frame. It's kind of fun because then you can, if you are using this, then you can put stuff in frames, in a sense, and then it only shows you the item itself. So you could sort of hang essentially any item to a wall that way, and then it would show up as a frame of sorts. It's basically just you put it there, and then it's there. And maybe you could use that for this display of the different soil blocks or something like that. If you wanted to, like for example, you could have like iron nuggets somewhere in the Horizon B subsoil, and then you could have some more maybe iron ingots in the Horizon C regolith, or maybe iron ores in the Horizon R. Or something like that if you wanted to. I'll see. I think I'll let this soil horizon thing, the profile there, evolve with this series over time. Also, if you have any feedback considering this, I'm like more than happy to hear if there are some like ecologists out there looking at this and going, "Oh no, that's not at all how it works." And yeah, feel free to comment on the YouTube recording later on, or to the Twitch chat live if you are there. But yeah, there's I'm doing the best I can with this limited brain of mine that I have. I don't know. I'm not an expert on biology. It might be cool to be though. I'm sort of wondering if I would be able to do stuff like that. And this is also, I think, this kind of ties in with the earlier stuff that we like at some maybe like 2 episodes ago. There was some talk in the Twitch chat about game development, and I think this is also something that I'm sort of thinking to myself, whether it would be possible to like. What if we had an actual farming simulator, as in not like the Microsoft farming simulator that we currently have, or any other sort of like this, what was the other one that where you can sort of flip houses and stuff like that, and then there was an add-on for that, where was it like Garden Flipper or something like that, where you can essentially do like some rudimentary form of gardening and stuff related to just like pimp up your garden, but then it doesn't really like work like that, and I would be interested in seeing like a game where you actually had this like soil profiles maybe implemented in the mechanics. Maybe another mechanic would be to have like like incorporating bacteria and fungi to the thing, so that there would be like if a tree grows, then the game would go into this like where you could also see the sort of different. Yeah, you can analyze the dirt. You could analyze the sort of things that go into the soil and how it makes everything grow faster. Maybe if you used some fertilizers, what would they do? How would they affect different kind of like things in the game? And it's all about like essentially just I think at least for me, like game development is much of it is like maybe finding different kind of like interesting design challenges and maybe like interesting challenges for the player, but it's also about this, how could I put it, maybe like modeling different kind of systems that might or might not exist in real life. Or so you might have like abstract things like well, chess pieces, for instance. Like in chess, the like there isn't really like if you look at how a horse moves in real life, it doesn't move like 1 meter and 2 meters across or anything like that. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But then, like in the abstract world of chess, then it sort of makes sense that you have these different kind of things going on. Or Tetris might be another example of an abstract game or like abstract game mechanics built into the game. But then you also have the like these sort of at least ideas of like doing real world analysis or real world problems and then modeling them, as in trying to do a simplified version of the thing that actually exists. Like these soil horizons, like they don't take into account some like molecular interactions, or it's not atom by atom like atomistic universe or anything like that, but still it models something essential and something that's like you can like soil horizons and these soil profiles are taught in some schools, I think. So like maybe a game that actually implements this same mechanics that is taught in many textbooks might inspire some people to actually find out like how soil actually works, or how some other things in the real world works. So it might be interesting to see a game that where you play it and you start to do like farming or something like that, and then like as you play, you eventually find out that now you actually know how to farm in real life, how you can like grow plants in your balcony or in your backyard, or maybe you just have a window. Can you put some aquaponics systems in the window and then use that? And can you build a game around these types of like real world mechanics, so that it can teach you some stuff? Yeah, I don't know. Well, just ideas. Feel free to like steal any of them. At least the YouTube videos that I've posted so far, I have actually been like Creative Commons attribution license. So essentially, you can like you can chop up any of my videos and use them for anything, as long as you just credit me, as in EspriteSylph. So yeah, feel free to use up and steal all my ideas and make a lot of money out of them. Although that would not be so Solarpunk-ish, but I mean, that's your life if you want to do that. I would really, though, I would prefer that it would actually be this symbiotic relationship of different Solarpunk things, Solarpunk people and communities working together and maybe doing something together. So maybe we could do an open source game. A free one. I don't know. Would that be socialism? I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm just essentially just like walking around in here and not actually doing anything, and then just talking about the stuff that we could do. So maybe I could see if I can focus on the actual game for once. So we now have the personal chest and the fluid tank. What does the garden close require? Because that would be maybe fun to have. Then you could grow all sorts of different kinds of things in it. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay. It requires some treated wood planks. The vacuum tube requires the engineer's workbench. Sure. Okay. And then the resistive heater just uses up some gold, some tin, some steel, some osmium. Nothing too big. But then I do have a problem with the power generation still. So maybe, just maybe, I have like 1 hour left of this stream if I'm going to be on schedule. So maybe I'll just go with the dielectric paste. Can I do the... was there any way for me to actually do the... It would be so fun to have the blaze powder, just like use that. I don't know if it's sort of abusey or like game design or game mechanic abusive. I'm not going to abuse any blazes, don't worry. But because yeah, I would need this centrifugal separator. Do I need this for anything else in the game or not? Does this have some other interesting recipes that I could use? Like it can take blends and then separate them into their constituent parts. It can take some dyes and get a lot of dye out of the flowers or something like that. You could get bitumen out of bituminous red sand. Sure. Do I need that? Not really. That's not the Solarpunk thing. But yeah, you could maybe like get some crude oil out of that if you wanted to. Then you can centrifuge a lot of different honeycomb stuffs. Not really my thing either. Oh, you can use you can use wither rose, which is end game, to get some black dye. Woo! Oh well. Whatever makes you happy. You can get gas tears from ectoplasm. No, that might be fun. But can you get these from any other place than just using gas tears? No. Okay. Oh well. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to do that just so? Or is there any other way of getting blaze powder? Some potions, master stuffs. Maybe. I haven't gone into that mod personally, so that might be a bit hard for me to find out how it actually works. It might be possible, but you know, ender powder kind of... Yeah, it's ender pearls, so that doesn't save me. Then I had... Sorry, I'm just browsing through these. Yeah, because the basic idea is like if I already have the mechanical squeezer, and I also already have the Mekanism crusher. Oh wait, no, not the crusher, but the enrichment chamber, I think. And the enrichment chamber gives me 1 blaze rod per 4 blaze powder. So it means if I can get myself 4 blaze powder to begin with, then I essentially have infinite blaze powder after that. And although that's not like realistic in the real world sense, well, blaze powder isn't something that actually exists in the real world either, and since it's a animal product of sorts, or well, I don't know if you consider blazes to be animals, or at least they are entities that could have a consciousness maybe, so I would rather not kill them if I can avoid it. So there's blazing blood. Oh, what about the rod? Oh yeah, there's just that. Yeah. If chat has any suggestions on how to get blaze powder without killing any blazes whatsoever, feel free to enlighten me. But I think the best bet for me is to use the centrifugal separator. Sure, okay, let's do that. So it doesn't require a whole lot, just some metals. Is that constant then? Yeah. Okay, so like 8. Yeah, I still need quite a lot of like iron and copper and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, at another place, is place something like a fire elemental. Basically, yeah, it's a mob that spawns in the Nether in Minecraft, and I don't know if you can find it out in here. Maybe that doesn't. Oh yeah, well yeah, you can see it here. But it's basically this sort of like a mob, where if you kill them, then you get some blazes. You can get some blaze rods out of them, and then those blaze rods can be. I'm wondering if these. Yeah, you can also melt those blazes in the smeltery if you wanted to, and then get the blazing blood out of them, and then use that to cast some more blaze rods. But I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that the centrifugal separator is something that's going to work for me, and there's not necessarily that many other uses for the separator, but I'm not really too concerned about that. Copper and nickel. So, yeah, do I have any copper left? Oh my god, do I have to go mining? Maybe I do. Okay, so copper shouldn't be that hard to find though. As long as I have the prospector hammer and... yeah, I already found copper ore. First try. So, there you have it. It's pretty easy to find. Okay, inert crystal ore. Maybe I'll get... Wait, what? Brass pickaxe. You supposed to be... You are supposed to be... Silky touch, right? Why not though? Was it just because I... Can I... No, I still only get inert crystals. Ah, okay. But how did I get them last time? Or didn't I? I think I had some inert crystals over here. And then I got some inert crystal ores. What gives? Huh. This was new to me. I don't know what happens. I don't know why I don't get those crystal ores like that. It's not a big deal, but it was just something I didn't expect. Okay. Well, anyway. copper ore. Where art thou? Probably quite nearby. Yeah, over here. Okay. And this has to be fixed. No problem. It should be easy enough. So here we go. And yeah, can I still? Yeah, I think that's fine. But yeah, blazes are a type of elemental, and I'm sort of currently I'm thinking like all mobs are equal, or sort of like in the veganist sense in here. Like I'm thinking if even though like it might be that I don't know what Endermen are. Are they people? Are they some elementals? Are they something else? And there's even like I was at some point I was looking through snow golems because you can basically get snow golems by spawning them from like having snow and then having like pumpkins. I don't know if it's pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns. Maybe jack-o'-lanterns, but basically you can spawn them with that, and then you can use those snow golems to different kind of mob grinders if you wanted to, and then you can maybe get some resources out of them. Not in vanilla. I don't think, or I'm not actually sure what they drop in vanilla, but at least if I'm using, like there is the mob crusher, for instance, in this pack, then you can use the mob crusher to get like, well, different kinds of stuff. You can get, I think, essence, and which is essentially liquid XP, liquid experience points in the game. Then you can get pink slime, I believe it's called, and that pink slime is going to be used for some recipes. And then finally you can also get, what is it? Like, is it liquid meat maybe or something like that? So then you can use the liquid meat for some other purposes. I think liquid meat, at least in the industrial foregoing pack, is something that can be used also to multiply ore outputs. So you can get like 2 iron ingots per 1 iron ore or something like that. So, but I already have a superior system for that, so I don't really need that, and also that's not entirely animal friendly. So you need like meat to get more iron or something like that. I'm not a fan, let's say. Yeah. So I got some more inner crystals. Fine. I wonder why the brass pickaxe doesn't. I don't think it shows up as getting silky anymore. But I haven't broken it, and it's the same item, and I haven't updated the game. Super weird, really. I'm wondering why the brass pickaxe doesn't actually let me do silky touch. So getting, like, using the pick to pick up some. I don't know if it works on coal ore, or does this drop the coal ore, or does this drop the coal? It seems to drop coal. Why is that? I don't know. So now it seems I don't have a silky touch pickaxe anymore. For whatever reason. That's super weird. Huh? If I haven't updated any mods between the episodes, what is happening here? It's a mystery. It's a really really... What? I have no idea what happens. That's weird. Okay, I can still get like the Silky Touch pickaxe, but now I have to. Maybe it's good that I saved my Silky Clutch and didn't just throw them away. But yeah, I mean, I really don't know what happens. Like, why is the brass pickaxe suddenly not working anymore? I don't know. Have they somehow hotfixed it somehow like online, and then this game? I don't know. I really don't know. Can they hotfix something without me actually like updating the game itself? Super weird. Well, anyway, I was on the verge of doing something. So I had the idea of doing tin at least. How many tin do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should be enough. I get enough from this, I think. And it's probably good for me to start processing these pretty soon, because this is going to be a process that takes some time if I'm doing the centrifugal separator first. Then I'm trying to get the magma cream. What was the reasoning behind this? Or like, how did I plan on doing the magma cream stuff then? Because the centrifugal separator needs that. I'm not going to do that, at least. Yeah, probably through magma blocks. Yeah, the mechanical squeezer, but I think, yeah, the crusher gets me 4 magma creams per 1 magma block already. So that's probably the thing that I'm going to look for. How do I do magma then? And there's the tin clumps. Crush them. Then I need some constantin, so that requires nickel and copper. How much copper do I need in total? Like, if I need 8 ingots, then I need like 4 copper. Yeah, I think that should be enough, if I'm not mistaken. And I often am. That's okay. Mistakes are what keeps us human. So some gold is something that I also need, and nickel. Did I have some nickel over here? Or yeah, nickel dust already. So that's nice. I don't have to. I'm not sure if I even have like nickel ore yet. Maybe that was some byproduct of me using the like iron ore on the pulverizer or something like that. So it's good that I have that. So copper, nickel, copper clump over there, and dirty iron, dirty tin dust. Then iron was something that I needed pretty much, like 4 and 4. Yeah, I think so. So here we go. Also have some osmium. Currently, I don't know if I'm going to use that for something. At some point I'm going to, but I don't know for what. And this is going to take me some time apparently, because I don't have much power to begin with. And all this is building up to me doing the power later on. So that's why I'm doing this. I could use the lava bucket for like doing one dielectric paste. So maybe I'm going to stick with this only strategy that I currently have. Tin dusts. Yeah, I'll smelt that up. As all the machines are doing work at the same time, then it's only sort of makes sense that everything is really slow. But I'm sort of bummed out by the energy battery at this point. Like I could maybe go and look if there's an option to turn it on somehow, or like does integrated dynamics itself have integrated dynamics, what? No, not like that. So yeah, the dynamics of integration. I wonder if did I do this book already? Maybe not. Maybe not. And I can do books if I get some slime. That's essentially what I need. I wouldn't prefer doing that, but maybe if that's the only option, then all the iron clumps. Also the rest of the tin here. I don't think I need any more. Or did I? Oh yeah, gold. That's true. Still need some gold out of that. Yeah. You mentioned that your mindful multitasking of Vegan Zero Waste Solarpunk is making your play slower when compared to... yeah, this is a comment. You mentioned that your mindful multitasking of Vegan Zero Waste Solarpunk is making your play slower when compared to one that would be mostly interested in finishing the game. Is it, however, in your aims to play through Minecraft to the end, or are you just doing stuff? Yeah, I'm not really planning on playing through Minecraft in the sense that like most people think of like playing the game through, as in I'm not going to, for example, kill the Ender Dragon, which is something that usually people regard as something that you need to do to finish the game, like as in you get the end credits and that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I'm sort of thinking that I'm with this playthrough, I'm kind of exploring different facets and sides to Solarpunk, and in that sense, I am sort of. I think that I'm going to try to do as much things as I can, or explore what kind of mechanics are something that I can do in the game, and what are sort of strictly off limits. This is also maybe something like if ever someone wants to do mods that help people like play the game in like animal friendly or cruelty free or vegan way, then this is a sort of you could say a kind of exploration as to what kind of things in the game allow me and enable me to do that, and then are there any sort of hard barriers that I can't, let's say for instance if there's a mod that or if there's a mechanic that I would want to have in the world, or would like to use in some way, but then it also requires me to use some animal products, then is that like strictly off limits? And maybe at some point it might be that I find out that okay, so I have already sort of done pretty much everything there is to do in the game that is within the realm of not harming animals or something like that, and then everything else that comes is something that I need to sort of, or then I'm like, okay, so now the only thing left for me to do is to delve into the dark side and maybe see if, let's say for instance, if I want to do a mob grinder or something like that, or any sort of machines or devices that are that generate like there are some devices in the game that I think there is currently I can't find, at least I can't find any auto miners in this pack that would I would be able to do without doing some animal cruelty first, and then that might mean that if I ever want to go into auto mining, which is essentially this, like there's a machine that mines you like different ores in the game, or different kind of resources that you obtain through this method, then if this is if I want to go there, then I would need to find maybe like what is the least harmful thing that I can do to still like go into this, and for that reason, for instance, I was thinking about the snow golems earlier, so that if I want to do some if there is any sort of way for me to obtain pink slime enough so that I can build myself the first auto miner, then that sort of helps me with that setup. And then afterwards, then there might be like the wood. There's this mod called wood, and wood gives me different kind of mob grinders, but these are sort of I think the in-game lore goes something like you need to kill 5 mobs of the same type. So for instance, kill 5 endermen, and you trap them in a shard, and then once you have killed 5 endermen, then you can use that shard to create a mob controller, and you can then build up this multi-block device that lets you sort of spawn the endermen inside the controller or the machine that you have, and then kill them automatically. So it's kind of like, I don't know, like you are essentially sort of trapping souls inside, and then you are using those souls to sort of, yeah, you can then use those to mine the resources that the mobs would normally drop. So, and I'm not sure if that's sort of, it doesn't sound like that much more ethical maybe, or I'm not sure. It's sort of like how you consider what are souls, or do souls exist, or whatever. So that sort of gets existential really easily. But yeah, so that's, yeah, there might be some mechanics like that, or more mechanics like that are out of bounds for me for now in this playthrough anyway, and then maybe at some point when I have done quite a bit in this playthrough, and at least from the speed that I'm currently playing this at, I expect this to last quite a while. So I'm not too worried about sort of running out of game content to play before going there. But else, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Anyway. Oh god, I should have taken the iron nuggets with me, I think. 2 constant and gears. Oh yeah, wait, I did have some gold over here, so I need to process that as well. And what else? The compass. Yeah, this comment came through a separate private chat. So I'm like in addition to using the Twitch chat, there's also like, not all people are on Twitch, and maybe they even choose not to be. And in addition to that, I think it's also understandable that there are different kind of channels that could get me messages through here. So yeah. So I'm still building a centrifugal separator, and I think only thing I'm missing now is perhaps like, yeah, I think if I leave the sand there for a while and just take the rest of the iron nuggets, then I should be able to craft myself the final seems to go with that. So like so, and yeah, the dirty gold dust still even takes up some time, but it should be okay. And then the glass over here. So now I have everything else, just gold needs to be smelted, and that should be it. And what was the idea behind, how do I have an idea? Oh yeah, lava to the mechanical drying basin. Do I need that? Or is it okay if I just use... Maybe I actually need the mechanical one then. And I already have that. I just forgot. Sure, okay. That's pro. Okay, and the centrifugal separator is done. Dun dun dun. And I think at this point I'm going to go here and mine up the energy battery that is now full. I'm not sure if I can actually use any of that energy for anything, but at least it's full. Yay! And most likely I'm going to be able to use that, but it's just, I don't know, like, it's weird. So, yeah, the energy battery has some energy, that I'm sure of. So, now I just want to have the separator over there maybe, and yeah. And kids, usually you shouldn't put all your devices out in the rain, but this is not the most realistic game there is, just so you know. You shouldn't go punching trees either. Minecraft isn't that realistic. I do not know that from experience. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe it's entirely within the realm of possibility that I actually went to punch trees when I was a kid. But I didn't do that because of Minecraft. Minecraft didn't exist back then when I was a kid. Well, I'm still a kid, I guess. But you get the idea. So, yeah, the mechanical drying basin needs some lava. So I'll just go get that. And luckily now I have the lava in here, so that shouldn't take too long. Just like that. Ooh, hello. Maybe I should... I don't know if it's... Yeah. I slept, just so the spiders wouldn't get angry with me. I'm sorry, spiders, for... disturbing your nightly activities. Nocturnal stuffs. Right. Lava to the mechanical drying basin. Just work like that. 5 seconds. It should be. Yes. Nice. So I got the magma block, and then the magma block can be used in something I don't remember anymore. What was I doing? No! Oh, you can get netherrack with that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think that was the crusher. Sure. Okay, so the crusher gets the magma block. And then the magma cream gets into the centrifugal separator. And that should be just enough for me to obtain both slime, which is a fun side product, byproduct. That was the English word that I was lazily looking for. So I get all the blaze powders, or not all, but 4 of them, and that should be more than enough for me to start making infinite amounts of whatever. What was it? The enrichment chamber? Can I put that there? So the blaze powder, 4 blaze powder goes into the enrichment chamber. It gives me 1 blaze rod. I also get an achievement or an advancement for that. Yay. And then you can put the mechanical squeezer to work and get 5 blaze powder. Now, isn't that very nice? And also highly balanced, or whatever. You can put the remaining 1 here, and then get all the blaze powders. So this is super nice. And it's also not at all hacky. Well, it is kind of. But, you know, this is usually the sort of thing with Minecraft. Usually people want to abuse all the mechanics that they can. And luckily they can. And in my case, I think this is understandable that I'm resorting to this, because now you are just witnessing a blaze powder / blaze rod farm that is entirely cruelty-free. So there you have it. This could even be automated if I wanted to, but at this point I'm not too keen on that idea. The main thing that I want is just a couple of these, so that I can then start doing the solar panel stuff, and that might be something that I still have time for today's stream. And it's also very fitting, because then during the stream I have created I have created a soil profile, and also have created some I have also created a solar panel, which is reasonably solarpunky. So cool. So now I'll get like 4 blaze rods out of this, and that's nice. I can put those there, and then I should be able to, if I just have enough clay. Do I have it anywhere over here? Somewhere? Bloom? I believe there was some relatively nearby, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'll take some of this. Some of this clay over here. I'll take this one as well. Just so if there was any hope of an ecosystem relying on this clay, there isn't anymore. Well, you know. I think there was also some recipes that let me do more clay, and that might require me to use up some other resources, but currently I think I'll go with this method. So I was doing all of this to get some dielectric paste for myself, and let's start with that. I'm not entirely sure how many do I need, but then there's also iron that goes into this. There's actually quite a lot of iron. And it's not necessarily bad. No. Well, maybe I should go to see. Okay, so this one requires 3 solar panels. And maybe I could even like use just these. Like this is the sort of first one. So I need like, if I just, yeah, and I can then later on I can maybe upgrade it to the Mekanism solar panel. And then afterwards I can do a solar generator, which is even better. And I think that can be also upgraded into an advanced solar generator, but this requires a shit ton of iron, so I think I'm just going to go with the starter solar panel that is supplied by power, but it still needs some iron. So let's calculate how much. I will get one of these, so 4 iron and then 4 iron. I think this will be enough for me, yeah. So maybe 8 iron will be enough. Not actually entirely sure. Chat says, a private chat says, a Palpatine reference, I feel blessed. Yeah, I actually need some charcoal as well. I could maybe do the electric smelter as well. what is it? The smelting factory. It's energized smelter. I think that's, yeah. It doesn't require me a whole lot, and I already have those. So it's essentially just the steel casing that I need. Even the osmium can be done. But yeah, let's take the... I think the solar panels are still should be relatively easy to make, even though they take up some iron, but shouldn't be that bad. It was very tempting for me to do the blaze rod, blaze powder enrichment stuff over here, and now I'm already regretting it like 5 seconds later because I have no power. And even at the point when I do have power, it's going to be on daytime. it's nighttime now, so yeah, maybe I'll go to sleep after this. So once I get the solar panel working, then it might make sense for me to go to sleep so that I can actually reap the benefits of that. Otherwise, it's going to be just sad. More charcoal. I think I have some charcoal over here as well. Yeah. And there's, yeah, might make sense, might make sense for me to burn up some more logs, like the birch logs, for instance. Or maybe even that's not exactly sure how they, is it like if I put one in? No, it's, yeah. Alright, yeah. Do that. Fine, whatever. I can probably eat that. No, I still can't eat the hot potato, sweet potato. Clearly I haven't been walking enough in this game. It seems like my webcam is also sort of adjusted a bit, so there's not the, yeah. I'm using the like, can I don't know if I can show it in the part of my apartment over there. Not anymore. I'm fully concealed. The filters, maybe, yeah. I have a chroma key here, so this is what it actually looks like. Woo! Really weird. No more funny business. We need more whatever it is that you were doing over here. So the solar panel needs, yeah, I think I'll need at least 8 iron, so take that. 15 minutes to go, and then I'll be signing off. Just so you know. Yeah, I think it's been kind of interesting to like do streaming over the past few weeks. I've been wondering if it would be better for me to do like, for instance, like 2 smaller streams per week, maybe like 2 hours per stream, every 3 or 4 days or something like that. And I don't know, like, I guess different approaches have their benefits. And currently I'm feeling like this is pretty okay. Oh yeah, I also need iron bars. Oh crap. Yeah, and I don't know if I actually need more iron as well. Might be that I miscalculated my and underestimated my resource. Underestimated the amount of resources that I need for this project. But yeah, it's at least chat says that it's good. The one stream per week is good. And I kind of I feel like currently it's so much easier to like as a hobbyist and not like any pro streamer. Maybe if I were doing this for a living or something like that, then it would make sense for me to like do it more regularly or like more often. But yeah, I think it's also good that I like this has not been like something that like captures all my attention during the week. So there's still I am doing different kind of like taking some notes during the week if I ever have some ideas like what I would do during the next stream or something like that, and then writing it down. And for instance, like this week I was busy doing those making sure that I had some like ideas for the soil profile over there, and I personally like how it turned out. There's still like I could maybe do the glass over here and maybe surround it with some other things. As you can see at this point in the game, at least, I'm not that much of a furniture guy. I'm not doing that much of like decorating the house or anything like that. It's not that I don't like it. It's mainly that I'm sort of maybe I feel like I'm saving that for later, when I have some basic stuff like these sort of things ready here, so that I can maybe, like, for instance, if I were to like start the game off, just the first thing I would do, I would I need to make a solar panel, then it also means that I have to do a whole ton of work before getting anything else done, and so that's why I'm sort of going for this this approach instead. And yeah, so it's I think it's at least it works for me, and I like if it's good to hear if anyone else has the same feelings, that it's they feel like this is working for them as well, the weekly schedule. sometimes I'm feeling like this. Maybe it might feel like this. The content isn't living up to expectations, whatever they may be. I don't know if anyone else has any expectations of the stream that I'm doing. Personally, I like sometimes I feel like it would be fun to already have some kind of a like I don't know what's the playtime currently that I have. Like I have been playing like like more than 12 hours. So maybe like back when I started, I would think that okay, well in 12 hours I ought to have like a base that would have maybe like a Solarpunk themed like a building or some sort, and you know, like there's all sorts of stuff that I would feel like, yeah, probably it's going to be like this and that and everything, but nowadays, and it's like it doesn't seem to be maybe as fast as I would have thought, but then it's also like I don't consider that to be a bad thing. It's just like, so okay, it seems like it's not going as fast as I thought, but that's fine. So I'm looking for iron over here. Mm-hmm. Well, there's some somewhere. I don't know if this is actually like, it's maybe usually the thing that happens in Minecraft is like you start to do like vein mining, as in or some strip mining stuff, so that you would you basically get to the lower levels of the world, and then you start just mining up a lot of resources in there, and just hoping to find anything really, and then when you do, then or you just keep going, or you maybe some people like to strip mine in an area, and then others might do it like so that they take a lot of like just go straight north, and then like 20 like 2,000 blocks later they're like, okay, now I have enough, or my inventory is full of cobblestone, and then I need to go to the base and that sort of stuff. So yeah, iron. Got some. I don't necessarily need a lot of iron though. Maybe even like the one block that I had might have been enough, but maybe it's good that I have some spare. Usually a hassle to go back mining just to get a couple of resources and then come back. So I can kind of understand the idea behind people like going to mine stuff and then coming back with a lot of things. It's just more sort of like it's faster. The thing that I like to avoid though is like some people just take all the ores and then just put it in a furnace, everything or like that, and then maybe if they have a system like I have here, then it's usual that they just take all the they take all the different sorry, I'm losing my train of thought because there's I'm also crafting here at the same time. But yeah, like people are putting all the ores that they have done, and then like I have three times the sort of ore multiplication going on, so I'm just going to put everything here. But then I'm personally going for like doing the sort of resource efficiency in the way that I'm wondering what do I need next, and then when I know that I'm going to use up like some specific amount of things, then it's easier for me to like or like there might be at some point I might be like, okay, and now I actually like want to do the ore multiplication of like 4 times next, and then suddenly it makes sense for me to like get that first. Okay, it seems like I haven't even mined up lapis lazuli yet, and I'm sort of hesitant because now it seems like I don't have the silky touch anymore, the silky touch pickaxe, which is a damn shame, to be honest, especially when I don't know what has happened, like what the traits, why the traits aren't as they used to be. So another thing that I could do maybe is doing the going to doing the Tinker's bronze, and I think this is going to be something that I need from the. I need to melt stuff, and it might also be that I need to extend my smeltery a bit, and yeah, at this point it's kind of feeling like this will take more time than I assumed. So apology for that. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to do the solar panel stuff just yet. But it doesn't really matter that much. And there's also maybe I could consider creating the gas burning generator instead, because this is cheaper to make, and then although it's not like essentially Solarpunk, it gets me a lot of energy early on, and then I can maybe use that I can then use that energy to get myself more resources and maybe get the solar panels going pretty fast as well. So I will probably take the gas burning generator there to the bookmarks, so that I can find it later and at least consider on the next stream that I'm doing whether I'm going to that route or still looking for the solar panel stuff. If I'm going for the solar panel, then it's going to be the lapis lazuli ores that I need to find, and before that I would need the silky touch, the silky clots. So yeah, not really sure what I'm going to do, but I'm pretty sure that I'm maybe going to actually like extend the smeltery at that point, and that means that I need more clay, or well, maybe not. It might be that I actually have enough clay here to create myself some more cobbles or some more blocks for the extended smeltery. But anyway, it might also be good. It might also be a good idea to at least consider like creating more clay. It's going to be made through water and dirt. And then I'm not sure if there's the metallurgic infuser. So if I'm putting biomass into sand, then I get more dirt. So that's also a possibility if I feel like I need to, or I don't want to like use up existing dirt for that. But yeah, there's a bunch of different ways. Even the straining is, I think, like it's not going to as long as I'm using this only for straining these survivalist things, then it should also be all well and good. Okay, but yeah, this was today's stream. So today we did some. I was thinking of going to the garden close, and then I was sort of distracted. But at least the one thing that I could even say I'm proud of is this soil horizon thing. So it's not the best like display maybe, but it's something. And I could even maybe do it like so that I can see it better. So does it make sense here? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So I did the horizons. Maybe I'm going to polish it a bit later, hopefully, and maybe that's something that I'm going to. Like I think there was like different kinds of dirt in the game, like coarse dirt, for instance. I don't know if that's something that's like, is that part of this horizons or something like that. But it was fun to do. Then another thing that we did after that, I guess, was the personal chest, which is now in my inventory and lets me put all my excess stuffs away. That's actually quite handy in many ways. And then yeah, there was the basic fluid tank that lets me take more lava whenever I need to. So that was good. Then I did the centrifugal separator just to get the magma blocks, just so I could get my hands on these blaze powders and blaze rods that are cruelty-free. And then after that, it was basically just me trying to do the solar panels before eventually realizing that I don't have enough resources for that yet. I could go just mining a bit, and then I can probably find all the things needed for that. But anyway, I don't have the time anymore for that, so that's going to be for the next episode probably. And then I'm considering maybe to refactor the factory stuffs a bit upstairs, perhaps even decorate it, or like doing a roof on top of this or something like that, so that it's just like, yeah, looks better. And then there could be a smelter that is energized, so that I don't have to keep burning coal anymore in that, or charcoal. But anyway, even though it's a renewable resource, technically it still pollutes the atmosphere, at least semantically or aesthetically or narratively or what have you. Anyway, there's not a game mechanic in Minecraft. The CO2 levels are not rising in any actual sense in the game, but nevertheless it doesn't mean that it's good for the environment in real life, I mean. But yeah, so that's one thing. Then the gas burning generator, of course, it's also an open question whether it's ethical and how ethical to use. So the gas burning generator is something that is used to make a lot of power, and that requires the JEI doesn't seem to show it, but gas burning generator is something that you can use to you can produce energy by burning up gas. So you can burn hydrogen, I think, at least. That's the sort of most rudimentary thing. So you need what was it? The it's not the metallurgic infuser, but the electrolytic separator to take water out and then make that into oxygen and hydrogen, and then you can use the hydrogen to burn up stuff in the gas burning generator, and then you get energy out of that. And then later on you can go for ethylene, which is like a more involved process using water and hydrogen and biofuel to make some ethylene in a pressurized reaction chamber. And then this ethylene stuff is way more energy efficient, so that's probably the thing that you want pretty soon after you've built yourself the gas burning generator. So basically you're just like burning ethylene at that point. And then yeah, I don't know if that's like, I haven't gone into the chemistry of all that, and neither the like possible ethics that come with it. Is it ethical to burn ethylene or something like that? But yeah, anyway, so there's some plans that I have for next time, but we'll see how everything actually goes. Anyway, thank you so much for being a part of this. It was great having people in the chat, in the Twitch chat, as well as the private chat that we have, and I am considering like whether there would be a way of me to have a public chat that is not bound to Twitch. Maybe one way of doing that would be just to have an IRC channel or something like that. So or something similar, something that I could follow up during the stream. Currently, I get some notifications from the different messaging platforms, and that should be good. But maybe that would be good to have in case. Well, yeah, we'll see. But this worked out pretty fine as well. I could at least I feel like I was able to react to the messages in time. And yeah, again, sorry for the sort of confusions in the start of the stream. There was some problems with the audio, but they seemed to be fixed, and everything went pretty well after that. So yeah, I think this was today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. You can find me on Twitch, as you are here maybe, and if you are watching this through YouTube, then you also know that you can find me on YouTube. I think the YouTube channel actually needs something like 100 followers or something before you can even name it or like claim a URL for that. So, and I'm not really thinking that it would be realistic at this point to think that I'm going to get anything like that amount of followers or anything like that. But you know, you never know. But anyway, so the URL is just like, if you want to find me, you can probably search in YouTube with EspriteSylph, and you can also find the link in my Twitch channel. There should be like past streams on YouTube or something like that, and then you can find the YouTube channel through that method as well. So yeah, as has been customary, I've usually done something like a final preview picture stuffs or something like that. So, and And now I actually took a screenshot, apparently. So that's a Twitch noob for you, or a Minecraft noob anyway, whatever. But I can maybe put some more lighting over there, and does that make sense? No. Another accidental screenshot. And like that. Okay. So there's your edutainment for today. Yeah. Cool. I hope you liked, and I'll see you next time. Have fun. Bye.